Drinking Bros. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Rossi P.
Slit toilet.
No.
Slit toilet.
Not. Let's start it on a high note, Jared. Let's start it on a
What?
high note.
You know
tonight.
that's not me. I gotta go straight for the gutter.
Oh God, you live there. You've got a 1-bedroom there, no AC in that gutter. Right in that gutter. You are a filthy, filthy gutter boy.
Filthy little gutter boy.
Yeah. Just a gutter child. You're like the kid in Free Willy, who's just like,
If
just
the kid
fucking-
was fucking Free Willy, that would be
What, you think if I was a fucking whale trainer, I'd fuck the whale?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I probably would.
you would.
welcome to the show. You know that voice belongs to Evan Hafer. The other one belongs to Jared Slit Toilet Taylor. And Matt Best, I can tell you're in disgust. I hear some
Disgust.
just some groans out of you.
I'm just over here trying to behave myself with these crazy two. You know,
I don't know,
they are a duo together.
Ross,
they are a duo.
You missed a really good Evan Hafer rant the other day about stupid people. That where he was I don't even know how to explain that one, where it was like the stupid person is always like, man, I'm just so horny, my balls are so full, if only I could get my dick sucked. And Evan's like, okay man, I'll suck your dick, and he just turns around and shows him his butthole.
Yeah, man, you want to suck my dick?
What
And then the dude just keeps. It was an analogy.
No,
It was a super fucked up analogy.
no. There's no way we're starting off like this. Like, there's no conceivable way that we're starting yet another show off like this. Oh my God! How do we have listeners? I'll tell you how we have listeners. I'll tell you we have listeners because we got sponsors who pay for this whole this whole slam donkey to be on the show. First one, we got a new one to the show, but it's a goodie. If you liked John F. Kennedy, the president, who was taken to us way too soon, now you can wear his clothes. Go to wearkennedy.com, W-E-A-R, Kennedy.com. You can get the sunglasses before he was shot. You can get the bathing suits he used to wear before he was shot. It is like Spencer's gift shop exploded, but in some high-quality shit. Fun story, I already owned their bathing suit before they came on as a sponsor, so it was a fucking win-win.
Evan and I are loving how you're articulating this right now. It's just wonderful.
Oh, thank you, sir. God, it's always hearing me talk is like hearing God opening his mouth. And they got a utility spoon that it also doubles as a bottle opener. That utility spoon may or not be used for cocaine. Or opening bottles like the ones that are crashing over in Salt Lake City right now tonight.
Yeah, Evan, you almost just choked Evan out with that utility spoon.
Yeah. It's I can hear some big boy adult beverages being poured all over there. Go to wearkennedy.com. You know what? You can get a Wear Kennedy. You get a free koozie with every order, Evan. That way it wouldn't slip out of your hands and all over your pants and jeans and onto the floor. You get a free koozie. You also get free shipping. Any order over $10. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros, and you get 10% off of every fucking order.
Every fucking order.
I
like
every
that.
fucking order.
I always refer to Kennedy
Why
as
doesn't
the president that was taken just in time.
Why?
My God, this fucking episode. Oh God.
Hey, why aren't we friends with the Wear Kennedy guys? Why don't they want to know us?
You know, they do, actually. They sent me a box full of cool shit. You know who the president's name is Michael. He's best friends with the president of Carnivore Club.
Oh, shit.
Well, you know what else that they do, too? They sponsor podcasts. That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just saying, we should be friends.
I know, in real life. By the way, Michael, if you're listening, we would love to have you on the show. We've had all of our sponsors on the show. Speaking of which, the next sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco,
Boom.
Those guys are coming down to El Paso, actually, September 18th and 19th. And they would love to party with you guys if you guys are in town.
I'm sure we'll make the time to hang out with them.
Somebody will.
Hell yeah.
Somebody will. Jared's so busy. He's so busy doing things all over the world.
Saving the world.
But since we touched on Warfighter Tobacco, they are our favorite cigar company in the land. We love this cigars from WarfighterTobacco.com. They're made with they're made with love in the Dominican Republic, using the finest Cuban seeds. They're made from Cuban seeds that are picked from children 8 and up. They go right into a cigar. They're smoked. They're fully combat veteran owned, 100%. They got a newsletter. They got a new website. Go in, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 10% off of every order. They're the finest cigars you'll ever smoke, and you might even see Rocco's face on the side of one because they're making a special signature cigar for
big
Rocco's
poppy
soon.
signature cigar, man.
Yeah. So go to warfightertobacco.com, and they're friends with Silencer HQ as well. So it's a whole magic
Evan
factory
knows
over there. Yeah. And
we actually have a custom Glock built by Silencer HQ, who's good friends with the guys at Warfighter Tobacco. So
And they launched Fuck Hipster coffee with us. So the Silencer
Hell
HQ guys
yeah.
are fucking super legit dudes.
it's just like one good gangbang of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, hey, you know what they say? You know what they say about those Glocks over at Silencer HQ, Evan?
What?
If a Glock really goes off in their office, does it make a sound?
Oh, damn.
Boy,
I heard a different one on that, but that's okay.
take that slogan and run with it.
Right.
You can do whatever you want with it, Evan. Trademark it. That's a giveaway I'm giving to you tonight. I'm
Just a freebie.
Santa. This is a gift I'm giving you out of my bag. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Take my lollipop and enjoy it. The next sponsor we have is the reason why I'm so amped up tonight. Why I'm a little more motivated than usual. It's because I've had some Strikeforce Energy.com. I called in the Strikeforce before we got on the show tonight. Man, if that's not the best goddamn fucking 6 ounces of tasty energy drink in a little tin pouch, I don't know what is.
I don't think it's
know
6
what
ounces.
is.
I think it's 1 ounce.
Whatever. I've had 6 tonight.
Listen,
it's
sometimes I get it. It feels bigger than it really is. I think it's 1 ounce, but it feels like 6 ounces. So I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, so grab yourself a tube steak full of Strikeforce Energy. It goes into drinks, sodas, waters, liquors, coffees. You can pour it in Black Rifle coffee. It might be a race to the toilet, but guess what? You'll be more productive at the work environment later.
I have actually done that. So I've put Strikeforce in Black Rifle coffee. I thought my heart was going to explode. However, for those 2 hours, I was a fucking machine. I got about 2 weeks worth of work done.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
did.
final countdown.
Down.
And then I checked myself into the emergency room.
Yeah.
No shit.
I remember, Evan, I remember that day you called me and you just said, I think that I figured out the exact measurements to add 4 more presidents to Mount Rushmore. And you gave me like this detailed outline. So,
and he built me a molecular structure for the Human Dog Project.
Absolutely.
He did. That involved 3 legs instead of 4. So you save time and you cut off a leg.
Save
but go to
time
Strikeforce
and surface
Energy.
area.
Yeah, go to StrikeforceEnergy.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 20% off of every single order, and they ship everywhere in the entire world. Antarctica, boom, you get a Strikeforce box right to your dick. You're in South Africa, boom. You're going to get a Strikeforce Energy right to your cunt. You're in fucking Australia, boom. They're going to put one in your fucking kangaroo pouch. They'll get it to
Hey, you had an APO and AE, wherever you want to be, you're getting a fucking pouch to your face.
Yeah, hell yeah, you are. You know what else you can get to the face? In case you don't check yourself before you wreck yourself. A little home defense ammunition from TartarusOrdnance.com. That's TartarusOrdnance. Clickety clack. Clickety clack.
Clickety clack, don't come
Clickety
back. 'cause
clack.
you shot
Clickety
yourself.
clack.
I like
Yeah,
that.
go to
Clickety clack, clickety
TartarusOrdnance.com
clank, shot yourself.
and ask yourself one question when you're looking at all the options of ammunition and guns there. Just say to yourself these 2 things. Do I wish a motherfucker would, or do I wish a motherfucker would not? And the answer is going to be simple, folks. You wish they would. Go to TartarusOrdnance.com. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 10% off of every order in there, and tell them Ross sent you. You know.
And and Matt, because you know we have Evan on here. We're oh my god. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You didn't even.
No, I knew you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I was watching you.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, Evan and I are.
Did you just hold a gun to Matt's head?
Yeah.
No, he was doing a weapons check on his Glock, but it has Tartarus ammo in it, and we were not playing around. But
We were not playing around.
he was very safe about it. But I thought he didn't see that I had unloaded it, so he just.
No, I was watching him the whole time, but he didn't see that I was watching him.
I did not. It scared me for a second. But it's
would
Evan.
not do
Evan's
that.
like the most proficient guy. In maybe
Yeah.
in the Western Continental, you should have a shoot off with some people.
I should, actually.
Yeah.
I've thought about that a lot, actually. Like, who could I shoot against? And I've invited a lot of people out to my
Mr.
range.
T.
Mr. T.
I just want to see you shoot against Mr. T. I really
You know,
do.
if whoever beats you in a shooting competition can get a free copy of At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed.
I love that. I
Yes,
love that idea.
yes, the greatest piece of literature of all time. I will give anyone who can beat Evan, anyone.
How about
So
this?
if
How about
eight-
this?
if-
How about
if-
this? A duo. It's Evan and I versus whatever two people. Because then I think
Yeah.
we got that.
We balance each
I
other
will-
out, and we're just.
I will
competitive
give.
enough
So
to compete
let's
against
say
each other.
100 people beat you guys. I will give away 100 signed copies of At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed. That's how serious I am. That I don't think anybody can beat you guys.
I mean,
if
there might
anyone
be a
is
group
listening
out there, but
there-
we're gonna set up a course of fire where we'll have our buddies do it, where it's like like a stress shoot, where it's not like a 3-gun where you can run through it. Because a 3-gun, that's
You
like
can game that shit.
you can game it. You're gonna beat us with your fucking whatever reloads. It's a tactical obstacles course.
Which was we just shot at this. Actually, we shot at a fundraiser.
Black
last
Rifle
weekend.
took every top award.
We took every category. So I won military optics. Jeff won military non-optics, and then our accountant, I have no idea. He won civilian non-optics iron sights. So
Boom.
we cleaned house. We cleaned house, man. We're shooters out here.
Look, I think if they would have had some motivation, like a signed copy of At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the funniest book ever written by Ross Patterson, the man, the myth, the legend, the one who makes everything happen, who makes babies grow faster, they might have had fucking more motivation to beat you guys. I'm just saying.
I
that.
agree.
I'm just
I
saying that
agree.
aloud. The book's available on Audible.com, Amazon, everywhere you want to be except for Walmart. They banned it because of the nudity and the language. But it's the greatest thing ever written. And last but not least, we got Mr. Evan Hafer's Co. It's a little Co called Black Rifle Coffee. Evan, go ahead.
You know
and,
what?
And tell the audience.
let me step in real quick. I listened to last episode. You didn't even say what the promo code was.
That is right. It's
You
Drinkin'
did
Bros.
not.
Yeah.
It's Drinkin or Drinking.
You can use either or.
Which
I
is
say
drinking,
either or.
which
You can-
is 20% off of your first coffee club purchase. And
That's right.
I got some emails
Hey.
on that because we said it, and I was like, well, it's not for the store; it's for the coffee club because you're getting a club membership,
That's
which
right.
is, as they say in the streets,
Hey.
too legit to quit.
Too legit.
Too legit to quit. And by the way, I should also mention that Strikeforce Energy also as well has a you can get it, a monthly subscription. That way you don't have to fucking keep buying it every month.
I will say something about the Strikeforce Energy guys. They are awesome guys. So they are also the guys behind Matt Bach. They're fucking rad, right?
Yeah, we love
They
them.
are rad.
Yeah.
They're great guys.
Big fan.
But yeah, so your Black Rifle Coffee. What?
So
what do
Black
you do?
Rifle Coffee, of course, it's myself and a bunch of other vets out here. So we're a premium roast to order coffee company. So we are the freshest cup of coffee that you can buy in the United States and get it delivered to your doorstep. So when it arrives at your house, it's at its peak flavor profile.
What's the flavor
Why is it
profile?
different?
It's like a week to
Yeah, it's a week.
No, it's like a week to 3 weeks, or is that the overall?
Well, the 3 weeks is when it's dead. So basically, when you buy coffee in the grocery store, it's fucking dead. It's dead of its flavor profile. So that's why when everybody tries Black Rifle, and when I make people Black Rifle coffee out here, they're always like, dude, that is the best cup of coffee I've ever had. I've heard that no less than 100 times. And the reason for that is I'll take it out of our old German roasters. I'll throw it in a bag. I'll grind it up, and like Matt said, it takes me like 20 fucking minutes sometimes to make a cup of coffee. And, but it is quite possibly, and when I say quite possibly, I haven't been to Nepal, and I haven't been to the Shangri-La. But I'm saying outside of the Shangri-La, we've probably got the finest cup of coffee in the world.
You know what? You know what's funny, Evan? I have. I've been to both places.
You've
I've had
been to
coffee
both?
at both. Yep. And your coffee beats it. It beats
Hands down.
both of them.
I will
Hands
say,
down.
I have two favorite caffeinated substances in this whole entire world, and Strikeforce comes in a close third, but Black Rifle is on top, and Kurdish coffee, not Turkish, Kurdish chai tea,
Yep.
because that shit you drink like fucking 5 ounces, you're pinging, bro.
I thought it had
And it's
cocaine.
Well,
delicious.
you
It's
ever
fucking
had
delicious.
something called a speedball, Matt? You know what a speedball is?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
You
see,
want to ping. You want to ping,
I
dude.
drink my
You'll be
drugs,
like
dude. I don't
you'll be
do
pinging
that.
like a black box
I don't do
on a
that
Malaysian
shit.
Airlines flight.
Whoa, pinging like a black box on a Malaysian flight. Wow.
That is a
Dude, I am on fire.
You're
on
dropping
Strikeforce
more
tonight.
bombs than fucking Hiroshima, you know? That was only one. That's not a lot. It was just big.
Oh, Hiroshima. We got a good one, kids. Welcome back, Evan. We're happy to have you. It's always fun.
It is
It's always fun
fantastic
in
to
the
be
land of Evan and Jared.
I do want to thank Evan and the Black Rifle guys for having us out. Like, we're going to be chilling in their offices for a little while and working out. So it's like, super thanks for the fucking invite and hosting us, man. It's dope.
I fucking love having these guys out. Like, it is like...
Yeah, Evan, we know you love having Jared out. Like, that's the least.
Yeah,
like,
I got
It's like
partnered
saying
in
I
that.
love. It's like Matt saying I love having Kate Upton over. Like, we get it.
I don't like Kate Upton. She's skinny fat.
Oh
Yeah.
Matt, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
I don't.
I'm
We
gonna
talked about
pretend you didn't say that
dude.
tonight.
Kate Upton is like the epitome of like, I look okay in a bikini. I have giant tits, but if you were in bed, it would be like a little fluffy pillow from Target. It's not even the good down pillows. It's like the ones that are. No, I'm good. And she probably has the personality of a trash can, so I'm good, Kate Upton. Give me that bisexual tattooed hand tattooed girl that lives some life and says, guess what? I'm gonna make you a fucking wait. I guess I'm kind of never mind. It's just- and that's why I'm
You
married.
just described a girl who
Shit.
doesn't exist out in the world, and you were like, man, you can fucking give me, man. Kick open the restroom door of a truck stop. Find me a girl who looks like a dude with tattoos, and I'll fuck that. Wait, I'm married.
You know, that'd be awesome. Like, I would want a girl that's almost completely body suited out, no face. I mean, she have a couple of eye drops or something. Runs a fucking burrito and taco truck, just as a hobby.
That's Jared's dream.
Just
That's Jared's dream now.
just as a
need a
hobby. Where
burrito.
like every Thursday and Friday, she goes to the local base and hands out free fucking burritos and tacos to soldiers. But then makes me food, and then I just spoil the fuck out of her and dick her down a lot.
I love that
Yeah.
story. That's a romance story.
It sounds like you want.
That's my notebook, motherfucker.
That's my notebook.
Yeah.
It sounds like you want Lori Petty from Point Break.
What?
The female lead who was in between Swayze and Keanu Reeves, the little short-haired girl. She was also the whale trainer, Free Willy. Jared,
Yeah. Oh, Jared
that
had
your
a.
sti-
I think Jared
Is
had
that
to
your
go.
style?
Jared had to go dump out real quick.
Yeah.
No, dude, my style, honestly, and like, I mean, I don't. Aesthetics are one thing, dude. I think anybody that's been in a relationship for a long time, like, vanity and aesthetics only go so far, right? Obviously, like, there's certain sexuality things that you like. I like that, or I don't like that, but like, personality is by far what matters the most. But like, yeah, man, I like super fit girls with curves, and like, the more tattoos, the better. Absolutely. Like a Kat Von D. If Kat Von D CrossFitted, I mean, game over, bro. I'd fly to LA and just get tattooed by her just to try to win her over,
Yeah, what's her story? Do you know her in real life?
I actually don't. I don't. We had a mutual friend. I met one of the guys that works at the shop, but it was she. He was just like, dude, she's so insanely busy and so many people want to be part of it. It's like, it's not even worth trying because she would think we wanted something from her. I mean, her.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I
her
saw
flower,
a
but
picture
that's
I saw a picture of Black Rifle Coffee on Jesse James's Instagram.
Yeah.
Evan.
That's right. That's right.
And I didn't know if that was the connector. Like maybe you guys knew her.
No, I don't know her.
I don't either.
I don't know her.
But Jesse
Well,
James
hey.
is rad, and he was cool as fuck to put that out there.
Yeah, super
That is cool. That is really cool. Well, hey, look, if anybody's friends with Kat Van D,
fine.
let's fucking whatever.
So a funny story, right? So I get a call from
It's a
Jesse
soft
James, right?
O.
So I get a call from Jesse James, right? He's like, "Hey, it's Jesse James." I was like, "The outlaw from the past? Are you calling me from a time machine? Who is this?"
yeah.
He's like, "No, the bike builder, dumbass. Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm just Evan from Black Rifle. I can outshoot you, but you're way cooler than I am."
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So what did he say on the phone call?
It was just like we exchanged a few texts, and he's like, "Hey, man, I really like your coffee. I like your product." He's super cool, man. He was like, quite possibly one of the coolest fucking guys. Like, hey, I just want to help you out. I think your coffee company and everything you guys got going on, I think you guys are rad. Do you care if you send me some stuff out so I can try it? And I was like, yeah, just give me your visa. I'll get it right
yeah,
out
so
to you.
if
bro.
you want, dude, I got a bunch of stuff for you. Go to
I got a bunch of stuff,
blackriflecoffee.com, type in your credit card information, and it'll be there in about
Here's
4
your
days.
discount code. Here's your discount code. You're going to
We're
get
joking,
a 3%
Jesse.
off. Not a big deal. No, man, he was super cool. He was like, so a mutual friend. This guy has a show on Nat Geo. Awesome guy, Grant Reynolds. He connected us. He connected the dots on all of this, and was like, hey, you got to check out Black Rifle, and gave us a great plug down there. And Jesse was like, man, I love your fucking coffee. So huge props to Jesse James, man. I haven't shot his suppressor yet. I hear it's rad. And huge gunhead, obviously, and a fucking super cool dude.
That always makes me super amped when I see people like crazy talented in their own professions, like bikers, builders, motocross, actors that are all just like super pro gun, like, but almost like a lot, especially in Hollywood, they have to be like reserved about their hobbies, where it's like, hey man, I don't need people knowing that I'm like an active gun shooter, but like, unfortunately, that's the way they act. But like, it's fucking cool to see that, because you're like, oh, bro, I fucking love your coffee. I love what you're about. I love fucking shooting. And you're just like, oh, we're gonna get along,
We're gonna look like Val Kilmer,
Yeah.
like Val Kilmer drinking coffee out of Black Rifle coffee cup every morning. That's fucking rad.
That's rad.
That's cool.
Is that real?
Yeah,
That's a real story.
real story.
That's dope as shit.
Well-
I just saw you get casted in something. It'd be nice to see Val drink.
Have you seen a picture of this yet?
I have not
No,
seen
we
the picture
posted
yet.
Oh, so you were just heard about this?
Well, Rocco told me that.
Oh, nice.
Well,
So I'm
'cause-
believing Rocco.
yeah.
Well, Leroy and
Yeah.
Rocco went over there with Leroy and Petrie and their friends and stuff. Leroy and him are friends, so.
Yeah. He put his Val put a sweet post up about Range 15 on Facebook. It was awesome.
Oh,
Did
that's
he really?
badass.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man.
And then we made a
Jared,
joke
are you
about
back
him.
from dumping out? Did you dump out, Jared?
Hey, come on! I was looking.
It's
looking
fine.
for something.
It's fine. But were you on Instagram, aka the Snapchat killer? Now
I was on Instagram.
Was that where you? Were you really?
I was on Instagram. Yeah.
What's your? Let me ask you what your feeling is. They just switched and they stole the whole Snapchat. Their whole fucking format.
I mean,
What's
I'm
your
not.
feelings
I'm
on
not.
that?
I'm not surprised, dude. I mean, Instagram is. Facebook.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
But what does that do to Snapchat now? I guess will it become like?
Well, here's the
Periscope?
thing,
Destroys.
Ross. Yeah, exactly. Like again, Ross. Facebook has the ability to consume any competition. Look at Periscope. Like, oh, cool, you guys made a thing where you can go live. Well, we'll just make it so you can go live on your Facebook. The less you want, the less that you make people travel to achieve certain things, the better they're more comfortable with it. More users are going to come out
So
of it.
true, man.
But
So
no,
true.
are you
And-
talking about the Instagram stuff? The only thing
Yeah.
that for me, honestly, and I'll give credit to Mel this today. She texted me and she's like, "What the fuck just happened to Instagram?" And I guess that it's that, relearning things. I felt the same way. It's like, I like the simplicity of Instagram.
I think they're still in beta though, because only
Well, they are in
only
beta.
certain users. I didn't get switched over yet. It was
Right,
just
but
like
I know
I got
R15
switched.
I
Rocco.
did, Jared.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't like it. Like I don't want that like content in my feed. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a fan because I guess I don't want to tailor myself to that. Like, and I guess that's being closed-minded or something. But
No, it's not that. I know what you're talking about. Like I like the simplicity of Instagram as well. It was. I don't know if do you have it? Do you see it on your phone now, Matt?
yeah, no, I have it. It's on the top where you click it, and it's almost like a story like from Snapchat. And I deleted Snapchat because of that because I'm just not.
I'm not a big fan. Yeah, I'm not either, and I'll tell you why. And this is gonna sound like I'm a super shitty person, but 99% of people's stories aren't interesting. What they're doing all day, it's like that should have been a photo. I don't need to see your cat for 10
Well,
seconds.
and that's the thing. It's like, so in a photo, people try to put the best that they can get into a singular like item, like a photo. In these like storyboards and these Snapchats, it's so much content that it's like I don't have the time to sift through that to like get entertainment. So it's like, oh, that photo's dope. Like I'm out, Whereas like, let me watch 9 minutes of you ordering a cheeseburger. I understand why certain people like that, because if they're bored and they want the stimulation, for my own personal self, I'm not a fan.
I'm not either. I'm with you.
Hold on though. Whoa. Did I just got one from Ross. You liar. He's on Drinkin' Bros.
Shit.
Did you?
Wait.
Weird.
I don't know how you guys are doing this.
You film. Okay, it's
I'm on
Drinkin' Bros
R15.
podcast, and then you're filming Big Box Boombox Bigfoot, your new film.
I don't know how you guys are doing this.
I am. You're
like
welcome.
It. But see,
You're
that's
welcome.
not bad. That was pretty much 2 pictures. I got 2 pictures out of that. It was
So wait,
entertaining.
I mean,
buy
how's
my
this
shirts.
working?
Here's
I'm
my
on
new movie.
R15. I don't see anything different.
Now, here, watch. So
Hey, you might have to update it, but this will probably be something outside the podcast because let's face it, our listeners don't want to hear you update your phone for 5 minutes.
no, not at all.
Yeah, I don't have that.
But what they do want to hear about is that fucking $400 million that Obama gave to Iran for those hostages. Evan, what the fuck was that about?
Shit. All right, man. There are multiple layers to this story, so we have to really talk about like what's kind of going on in the surface, and then we have to dive deep into what kind of, there might be some pseudo conspiracy theories that are going on underneath this, right? So it might just look like, hey guys, this is just an innocent transfer of $400 million in cash to the Iranians, right? So just an innocent transfer, right?
It's super innocent, yeah.
So it's so innocent, right? So what we really have to do is we have to go back to prior to the Shah. What happened is the Shah of Iran, after, I don't know, a series of like 2 years of negotiation, he bought $400 million worth of jets from the United States. Well, the Shah purchased these things then before they could actually purchase or deliver the jets. The Shah was toppled by the current Iranian regime, and the United States never delivered the jets, but they kept the $400 million, right? Which I would too, of course, right? Sure. So absolutely. Well, this goes back to 1979, so a long time ago, and it just so happens to coincide, this $400 million transfer that's like originally from 1979. It just so happens to coincide with the release of 4 American hostages from Iran back to the United States. And it also happens to coincide with some incredible timing with some nuclear development deal in Iran as well. So you've got a lot of things going on. And basically, I think, right, and I'm hypothesizing only.
Hypothesizing.
Right, which is... you've got this thing that's like, back in 1979, we defaulted on this whole jet purchase, which,
Is
come
that
on,
what
man.
they're saying about
That's
it?
what they're saying. They're like, hey, with interest, they're saying you actually owe us about $1.7 billion, give or take a couple bucks. But you owe us $1.7 billion, but the United States went ahead and transferred them $400 million in cash, which was in euros and francs. And it was in pallets of money, which we've all been privy to see in one point or another, into Iran. And it was like back on this Hague judgment that we still defaulted on this whole purchase and jets and whatnot, covered in the fact that they released the hostages and also masked. So that's where we have multiple layers, and the fact that they just negotiated a deal to slow down the nuclear deal with Iran, which is like, hey, slow down the production of your nuclear. But we've got a ton of other things going on with Iran, right? I mean, they're involved in Iraq, they're involved in Syria. So who the fuck knows really what the $400 million is transferred for? But ultimately, this gives us
for some debt fucking.
Fuck no.
40
God,
years
no.
ago.
Who gives a flying fuck about the Hague or anybody else? Like, it's the United States.
Not only that, but we gave them the right for nukes. Like you can call it evesies on that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So you've got the political statement, which is like, hey, here's your $400 million because we defaulted on these jets back in 1979, which nobody gives a fuck about it. But what's really going on is, why were there 4 hostages released at basically the same time? And then, by the way, the Iranians just snagged up like 3 more Americans and they're asking for more money. So are these the guys that we're really trusting? Are these our trusted agents, our good friends? Fuck no, they're not our good friends. And ultimately, you can cover it in whatever you want, but it's basically covered in shit, because that whatever it is, it's not what they're saying it is. The 400 mil is not for those jets back in 1979.
No, that's someone looking back like, hey, in 1979 there was these jets. We can sell this at. That's a perfect idea, Brad. Are you an intern here? You're sold.
You're perfect. No, ultimately what I think what happened, which was they were looking for an excuse to transfer money to the Iranians for whatever. Right? Doesn't matter whether it's Syria or the hostages or the nuclear deal. It doesn't matter. They're looking for an excuse or a cover mechanism for that. And that basically is, oh, fuck, we got this thing back in 1979, and we can say that it's all about this transfer of jets. But now we can give you $400 million. And oh, by the way, we could give you up to $1.7 billion over the next couple of years and just cover it in this big facade of shit. So basically, that's Evan's dime store analysis
Evan
of the Iranian
Hafer's
transfer.
geopolitical understanding and foreign policy.
And either way you cut it, we've got a lot of things going on, man. We've got an election cycle. We've got, we've got so many things polluting this decision, which ultimately what we can rest assured is that it's not about the jets. It's about
yeah.
If you get one thing out of this,
That's like
it's not about the
It's
jets.
not about the jets.
It's like a girl cheating on you, and it's just like it's you or it's me, not you. You're like, no, you like dick. Just admit that you like dick, and we're good about it.
Wait, it's exactly that. It's that girl that's cheating on you, and she's like, "Bet you forgot my birthday 2 years ago, and you forgot to get me that one
You
thing."
had sex with a basketball team.
Yeah, you.
But you were not emotionally there for me on September
not
1st,
on September 14th.
the basketball team was.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
When you weren't there, the basketball team was. Oh,
That's right.
fuck.
They provided me whatever I needed at that time, which was
You never know, though.
copious amounts of
at
cock.
the same time, we don't get to be privy to whatever those dealings are, and whatever it is. I mean, you and me could have made the same call. Be like, oh, let's just give them that 400 mil to say it's for the Jets.
Yeah, let's
I mean,
just say it's for
that's
the
how
Jets.
we would.
Hey.
Hey, they might have something that we want, or they're going to do something if we help them do something, and we're like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Send them that
Ultimately-
400 mil. Tell them it's for the Jets.
My dime store analysis of this is like, and I'm no shit. Like my dime store analysis of this is like, hey, slow down your participation in Syria. We'll give you, I don't know, 400 mil, and we'll maybe give you up to 1.7 bill. We'll mask it at this.
We'll just
slow down your participation over there.
I mean, shit. How long were we paying Israel to just chill out?
We still are.
Oh, yeah, see?
What is that? Hey, you know who wants to fix that, Evan? President Trump. President Trump wants to fix all that.
President Trump.
Hey, by the way, since we have you here, and which is always a treat and a pleasure, are you voting this election?
Woo, that is a tough one, brother.
Yeah, that's a bold cup of
That
coffee.
is rough.
Take a shot of a bold cup of coffee, if you will.
Woo, man.
What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's if we're even allowed at the polls after this new video that's coming out.
That is true.
Yeah, we wrote a fucking a pretty crazy video that will be probably
we'll get national
early
news.
September because we're going hard on this one.
Oh, we are going real hard.
Really?
Oh.
When is this coming out?
We're gonna melt the internet, Ross.
Yeah, I might say this might be the most viral thing we've ever done, and we're talking. I think one of the most watched videos up in like the 20 to 30 millions
Yeah, this could hit
originally
50.
created.
This could hit 50.
Yeah.
You're kidding. Is this done? Have you guys shot this?
No.
just
It's just a conceptual idea right now. Like there's a tentative script written, but like the way it's mapped out, like it hits every like kind of political thing. It's pro or beliefs, but yet kind of making fun of her own selves at the same time. So it's like it's shareable on all facets, but at the same time it promotes a message, and so it's just like, oh fuck. Wait, can you give us a snippet? You should do
do the cat.
Do the
Just
cat.
do the cat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do the cat, which is like
Which will make no
it'll make
context
no
to any
no
of the
sense.
absolutely. You're fucking doing this to this cat. You see what you're doing to this fucking cat? You see what you're doing to this fucking cat?
What you're doing to this fucking cat?
Yeah. It's gonna be aggressive. The minds of Art 15 and Black Rifle combined is a scary, scary place.
It's a
Oh yeah,
fucking
Ross. We
scary
filmed a
place.
video today that's gonna really turn some heads.
Yeah. I broke the. We're all in the editing bay, and we had to break that up to come and do the podcast. So.
Wow, look at that. You guys are really knocking out some shit out there in Salt Lake. But Evan, you didn't answer the question.
I was really
tried to segue.
really
Dude, just say
fucking
Gary
hoping-
Johnson. Just say Gary Johnson. That's how
Gary
you get-
Johnson. No, I'll tell
how
you,
you
man.
get out of
I am a libertarian. I'm going to tell you guys that right now, straight up.
Hey,
That's who I am.
but that's good news because I call my dick Gary Johnson.
And in all actuality, so I'm looking at both candidates and I'm saying, okay, so we have to really make a decision based on what we think the Supreme Court nominee is going to be based on the next 8 years, because ultimately that's what we're saying, right? Saying,
Yes, it is.
in the next
Yes.
8 years, who do we want to nominate?
Because,
to the Supreme
by the way,
Court?
for the audience at home, Justice Scalia died.
Correct.
And therefore, he's got to be replaced. So
Yes. So we're really electing the next Supreme Court nominee. That's what we're doing. And regardless of what your feelings are, you have to really say, okay, where do my loyalties lie? So am I a constitutionalist? Am I a states' rights fan? Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. So you're pro this, pro that. You can eliminate that and distill it down to one thing, which is, who do I want nominating the next Supreme Court nominee? So do I want Hillary or do I want Trump? So do I want Trump as our next president? I can't necessarily say I'm super stoked about that, but I can say, who do I want nominating the next Supreme Court nominee? Because who do I trust to basically do the right thing by the things that I believe in, which is states' rights, individualism, like all these great things, right? Ultimately, I've got to go, if I'm going to go 50-50, I got to go Trump, man.
And you got to go Donald J.
I gotta go
Trump.
Donald.
We got it out of you.
We got it out of you. You got it out of me, dude.
He's been trying to get that out of me for like 9 episodes.
And the thing of it is,
Matt, we did. You love Trump. You always talk about Trump.
Shut the
like,
fuck-
behind.
I'm
Off
not-
the mic, you
I'll
always.
tell you that, man.
You're trying to spread fucking viral shit on the podcast.
I'll be super point blank, man. I am not like, you're not going to see any Donald fucking signs in my office. What you'll see is like, elect the next Supreme Court nominee. That's what you're going to see. And who has the chance to win the office? You got 2 candidates, and then ultimately I could put the bets on who I think is really going to win. That's a whole different story. But, as a political science major back in the day, I'm somewhat familiar with politics, and I'm also, a halfway intelligent person. So I've got to be able to say, who's the next?
You're a
Supreme
very
Court
intelligent
nominee?
person.
And
That's
what it
why-
is.
You're always on point.
That's why we're announcing now Evan is running for president in 2020.
2020.
And we're his campaign managers.
Well,
Who's his VP?
Well,
Who's
no,
his
I
VP?
think 2024 is more realistic
Yeah.
because we'll make enough money in the next 4 years and then you can start your political career and then show.
No, I think you should go for rags to riches. Don't even go for some lowbrow bullshit. Like go
take
straight for the
advice from
president.
Jared.
Go straight
Life
for the
advice
president.
from Jared Taylor: eat a sandwich whole in less
Yeah, but
than
you know
10
what?
seconds.
You know what?
And
no
get
one,
elected.
That's the thing is no one has ever ran on like I said a war on child sex criminals. Like straight up come out the
God,
gate saying,
it
"Hey."
always goes back to that with you, Jared.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's come out the gate because you're uniting the people with a common enemy.
Nobody likes these fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's nobody likes these fucking assholes.
Yeah,
And we got bigger fish to fry. What are you talking about, ISIS? Fuck it, man. I got petter asses. I'm not
and
fucking
our
deal with those
borders.
assholes.
Gary
borders.
in Wisconsin. I mean, fuck Icy, but Gary in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we got this fucking asshole that's traveling to
Chomo.
Thailand, or fucking Chomo guy. Like, nobody likes these fucking dudes.
It's who's gonna disagree with that? No, I don't really like that candidate because he wants.
No one's going to disagree with it, Jared. That's just an easy one. Like
That's an easy
like
one.
the easiest thing to run on right there. It's like, oh,
That's-
hey.
Yeah,
my
but why?
platform.
Why has no one done it?
I think that's a staple. Like everybody hates.
Yeah,
There's not
well,
one person.
yeah, but
who's
you know
run
what?
On
But
the
here's the
Chomo
thing,
ticket
is
who's
the-
like,
is
man, I wish there was more
The
child
laws
molesters out
and
there."
the
Nobody's running that.
and the severity of the punishments for these are so weak Like no one's even bothered to take a look at that whole situation and open it up and fix it.
Because
But
it's
that's
hard,
the problem.
man. Like,
People don't care that in depth about a political issue. What they care about is essentially going, "You're wrong, I'm right." That's human nature. So it's like when you get in an argument with somebody, like Glock's my favorite gun. It's my favorite gun. That beep, end of the conversation. It's the aggression and the emotion that builds that issue, which is why firearms are a huge issue.
The country.
And
with a
you're
common
not,
enemy.
You can't unite through that enemy because we all know it's
Hey,
wrong.
hey, Matt.
We all
Matt,
love,
are you voting this year?
yes. I mean, it's I honestly considered not, but I can't because it's my my constitutional. Yes, I'm voting.
well,
Okay, I'm not going to press you to who you're voting for.
I will not. I will listen. I said this before. I'm not voting for Hillary. There's a lot of things on that table with my close friends, and Evan and I have mutual friends that have passed from bad decisions, and I'm not going to hold it just to that. But it won't be Hillary. And then you can go into the thing where if I vote for someone else, it's a vote for Hillary. I don't truly believe that because I'm kind of not exploiting, but using my right as an American, and I think I deserve that, and that's why we all fought, was for the ability to vote and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I most likely will be voting for Donald Trump, and yeah. I mean, if you look at it, because I think we need it, and it depends what state you're in, right? Because we all know how. I would hope everybody knows the United States. Hold on, let me change course here. People still think that it's number versus number in the United States for the presidential election, which blows my fucking mind. Like when did we leave that? Like fourth grade, third grade?
Yeah.
Fourth grade,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So
How a bill becomes a law. Like, you remember that movie.
yeah. Not that I
That's
remember
one of my
anything,
favorite
'cause I am
cartoons.
not politically savvy at all. But Jesus, it's a bad one this year, boys.
It's a rock and a hard
is.
place, man. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like saying, I don't know. I mean, do you want to punch in the face or get fucked in the butt?
Right.
I don't know.
Like that's the hard thing. It's like you can judge which outcome, but you don't know.
not hard for
like
Jared.
yeah.
Not hard at all. Well, it is hard. One has to be hard.
Real hard.
I mean, if anybody is judging this conversation, come sit in a private room with me, and I'll share my like darker, real thoughts on that, and then we'll have a good outcome where we're make America great again. Evan Hafer, 2024.
2024.
Make America great again.
Yeah, 2024.
what about you, Jared? Are you voting?
No, probably not.
Oh, fucking
right.
goddamn it.
What? I don't
not-
feel like I'm educated enough to vote.
You can vote against evil.
That's
you can vote
fair
against
enough.
evil.
Vote against evil.
That's we should say vote against evil.
Vote against evil.
That's
Hashtag vote
the
against
end.
evil.
Hashtag vote against evil.
Yeah. Hey, look.
I would vote.
And
I
Matt,
would vote for
by
Gary
the way,
Johnson.
Matt Nevin. I'm not going to leave you guys out in the wind. Like I'm voting for Trump too. So
I would go-
I don't.
shit.
I would
That
do
makes you
hold
a
on,
Hollywood
you really
pariah.
can't, though. You can't look at it, and again, I'm not a politically savvy fucking dude, but you can't look at the dynamics of what's going on and her fucking historical record, like literally do something. Like
It's crazy.
You can go after
She should be in
Trump as a
prison.
narcissist. You can go after him as a fucking he bankrupted companies. You can say, well, he took fucking whatever the case is, but like, there's not really data to show. It's like you lied as a politician to the general public for your own personal worth and gain, and essentially through your own actions promoted and supplemented American lives getting killed. So it's like it goes against every fundamental belief I have as a patriot and American. Every single one.
I
So it's like
I like how Gary Johnson called Trump a pussy. That was really funny.
But the way he said it, that was super femme.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah,
oh,
such
it
a
was.
That guy
it
was
was
such a
it was
pussy.
like,
But also
Chris-
too, he wants
Yeah.
he wants to do the legalizing marijuana in all 50 states, which I think is a no-brainer. I think
Love that.
I
Love
like
that.
that.
Love
And,
it.
and it's dude, I don't think people are gonna see how much money it's gonna save us, because we will slowly just all the petty crimes that are arrests made and court dates and everything of all these people for just possession of marijuana goes away. Like we're gonna stop. We pay for all this shit.
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah,
a
and
dude
not only that,
books
but
a guy for fucking possession and he goes through
But
the
I
court
think- but
system and
that's-
jail
that's
and
the
everything
cool
like that.
thing.
it creates jobs and farmers.
Well, the cool
like,
thing
I'm
about
all for
marijuana
it.
right now, I think, is the general across the board public's like view about it is it should be legalized.
I just
like,
don't- I don't
you
know
still have
why we
conservatives
care
people that are like
about
saying that, but I'm
personal
like,
use.
I look
Like-
at liquor, dude, and I've seen the benefits of marijuana and THC with like TBI patients, PTSD,
But
and you can't. Hold on one sec. You can't look at a fucking. You're un-American because you smoke weed, and I'll be like, man. Like I get it, and like if you want certain federal jobs or whatever, there should be restrictions and whatever it fit, whatever that job description is, you might need to tailor that. Like you can't drink in the job, cool, don't smoke in the job, but you can't look me in the face and say that it's a bad medication. Like
I'm going a step further than this. Like we consciously decided which one was okay and which one wasn't. We had two substances. One fucking mellows you out and everything. The other one makes you fucking rowdy and you're still fucked up. They still have the same outcome. Yet we literally, some fucking assholes got together and said, well, that one's legal, but we'll tax it a lot, and that one's illegal.
But that's the whole purpose of contemporary society is to continually change and to benefit. So again, like, yeah, marijuana should be illegal. Like I've seen such like. I mean, that's why you have all these veterans outside the White House throwing those pills and saying, let's smoke weed, because it's like you see what it does. It's medication for insomnia. It's better than opiates for a lot of fucking disease or injuries and pain management and stuff. So, yeah, fucking do it, man.
It makes shitty movies great. Like it's got a lot of positives to it, and we all share the same views on weed as well. So.
But that's a
and a funny story is like, so here's a funny story. So Evan's taken a poly back in the day, right? So he's taken a poly a few years ago, which is
TSSCI.
Yeah, TSSCI poly, and I'm fucking spiking like off the charts on pot. Like that's what I'm spiking on. And I'm like, I haven't smoked pot since I was 17 years old. I'm like 37 at this time. I'm like, dude, I haven't smoked pot since I'm fucking 37 years old. But I don't have any fucking problem with it whatsoever. Like if people want to smoke pot, that's their jam, dude.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's like I don't give a flying fuck what
again,
they do.
So that's the hard part about like I think a lot of people is accepting people that they have like within reason. I'm talking personal choice and preference. Right. That's the opposite of you. It's like that's why the anti-fucking gay thing happens, the anti-weed thing happened. It's like, hold on. You can't tell me when Billy and John are banging the fuck at each other, making themselves come, you can't even get your wife to suck your dick, and you're going to call them a bunch of
you're going to tell us that we need to respect John that cuts his dick off and becomes Jenny. But you hate on people that fucking smoke weed? Like, get the fuck out of here. You pick and choose.
Why wasn't I'm talking about both are similar in that sense, where it's like, why hate on people that are doing their own thing, man?
Personal freedom, and happiness. Like truly, like the pursuit of happiness, right? So this is the cornerstone. So I have no issue with personal liberty or pursuing happiness or any of these great things, right? Like this is kind of the foundation of our country. And I tried to explain this to this polygrapher. I'm like, my best friend, which is also one of my cousin, we're like 6 months apart. Habitual like morning fucking rollover. What was it? Wake and Baker.
Wake and
Baker.
I
right?
don't know if the kids still
but he's
call
a
it that.
fucking professor of genetics. And it's like, so you can't tell me this guy that runs ultra marathons, that's a professor of genetics, is a fucking shitbag for smoking weed. And I'm like, he's not. He's like one of the most fucking accelerated individuals I've ever fucking met in my life. And you're trying to tell me that I have a fucking problem with this. I have no problem.
Across the
I have no
board,
problem.
it's like gun control, marijuana control, all these things. It's like they attack the generality of it. Always when it's like, okay, gun control, I'm like, all right, as a fucking responsible firearm owner and a very pro Second Amendment guy, like, how about you come to me with some smart ideas when hammers and blunt objects haven't killed more people than fucking rifles in a year?
Right.
Like, then we can actually talk. And it's the same thing with marijuana. It's like, what, you're going to ban it across the United States, but then literally every professor, every one fucking crazy editor that I know that creates content and like is just smart people does it. And I'm not even a user myself. I don't see the disconnect with it. I just don't. Like, I don't understand it when people are so hateful for it. It's a money thing. It has to be money.
It's a money thing.
It's a money thing.
It's a money thing.
Yeah, but that would bring a lot of money.
But
but not to
Colorado
you.
has a surplus this year in their budget because of it, right? So
They went over.
They went over, and whatever they choose to do with that money.
Schools are getting new football equipment. The art program's back.
Yeah, they are.
Crime in teenagers is down because kids are doing shit.
because
God.
people are getting high, so high. Then
So
let
high.
them smoke up.
Well,
Let 'em smoke
the-
that
Who would have
shit.
known Cypress Hill was right?
Yeah, so I think the marijuana shit is very similar. It's a whole, like the drug cartel. It's the same thing with the firearm industry. It's like if you start restricting firearms, people are going to act out, and it creates a black market. Like okay, the drug war is not here in the United States, but we are the facilitator of.
We're the consumer.
South America. We are the consumer. So that's our actions as the girl in Vegas that's snorting a line of cocaine and smoking weed directly contributes to fucking
why I never
innocent
believed
people
that
getting
we'll
their
fight
heads cut
China.
off. Like, I know it's a long chain of events
a
to
long
get
chain.
there, but it's there. And
That's why I never
And
believe we'll
it
fight China.
boils down to liberty and happiness.
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
Liberty and
Which is-
happiness. Am I free as an individual, and am I happy?
Am I free? Am I happy? Am I fucking with somebody else?
Right.
And it's like, as long as I'm not fucking with somebody else, like, why the fuck shouldn't I be able to do what I want
Right.
to do? Like, personal liberty should not be impeded whatsoever. And
Absolutely
when I
not.
say that, when I say that, it's like, okay, there are certain limitations, right?
Absolutely, because you still need to be contributed to the overall goal and being a patriot, right?
Absolutely. You have to be a patriot, and you cannot affect other people in a negative way. So if I'm exploiting other people,
Social
obviously-
programs, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So personal freedom, as long as I'm not exploiting other people, which you could honestly say, even in our own grocery stores today, we exploit another person or another like definitive group, whether it's, Hispanics in South America or whatever it is, for the growth of like organic fucking vegetables in the mass market. You could say that. You could articulate that in some weird fucking, strange fucking strain.
Well,
but
within reason,
ultimately,
but
you're
capitalism
not.
is based off of effort, right? So individual effort is based off why there's social stratification, right? Why you have higher and lower level tiers of society,
Right.
Because people are willing to put a higher and lower level of output, which is why people that are motivated excel and lower people decel. But like, if you could get decel, that's not a word, but I made it up.
I know what you mean.
Fuck it. But if
D-cell battery.
Dude, I threw it. At least I
So-
caught it. As long as like in that, let's just the pyramid, you're contributing. I'm cool. If you
I'm
want to be a
cool.
low life that does nothing and you make a shitty wage, smoke whatever the fuck you want to do, that's great. But at the end of the day, don't fucking talk shit about constitutional rights that put you in that position to actually be pretty much a
And I don't want to support you.
yeah. I don't want to support you.
I don't want my taxes to go to supporting your medical care.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, Evan and Matt
Yeah,
Rant.
yeah. Hey. By the way, Jared, there's somebody who is unpatriotic today in my eyes. Is a friend of yours. His name is Channing Tatum.
oh shit.
You don't remake a Tom Hanks movie.
It's
yeah,
too,
it's
way too
Splash.
soon.
Channing
Splash,
Tatum.
bro.
Two, you don't
Splash,
remake
bro.
Splash. Three,
You
you don't
fucking
play the
remake that
fucking
shit.
mermaid as a man in Splash in the remake of Splash. I know he's your friend. That's the most un-American thing I fucking read all day.
So I'm going to go on a rant and dovetail this in. So I'm going to tell just a quick story about me in Bahrain with these Russians.
Okay.
And it had a fucking water park out in Bahrain. It was like 2004. We got a little interim break from the war, right? We flew down to
Right.
Bahrain. I got fucking shitty drunk, and I met these fucking Russian rugby player dudes that owned a water park out in Bahrain, right? And this is a Free Willy story that I want to dovetail with Jared a little later.
Okay.
So they're like, hey, bro, like, come on over to our water park the next day in a Russian accent, which I'm not going to entertain.
Come to the
And,
water park. You come down to
come
drink
to our
vodka.
water park tomorrow, Evan. You're a friend, And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm going to go. Of course. So I go to their water park the next day. It's fucking badass. It's like a 40-foot pool. It's cold. They've got dolphins. And we're swimming with these things, me and my buddy. And we're swimming with these things. They're like, we're drinking vodka. We're smoking shisha, which is not a fucking marijuana substance, right? It's tobacco. It's just flavored tobacco.
Flavored tobacco. It's
We're having a
delicious.
great time. We're having a great time with these Russians. They got big, thick gold chains, Speedos, like
Oh, wow,
typical.
they're going for it.
Typical Russians, right? So I'm swimming with these things. I'm having a fucking
Is
great
that the
time.
typical Russian?
Yeah, typical
Speedos?
Russian.
That's
Speedos,
all of
gold
Russia.
chains.
They drink
look like
vodka,
Italian
gold chains, and
mobsters. They look
Speedos.
like Italian mobsters. And so we're swimming. I've had a great time. These things are launching me out of the pool. I'm diving down. I'm having a great fucking time. Well, I'm joking around with these guys. I'm like, and they keep telling me, they're like, do what you want with the dolphin. Do what you want. Do what you want, Evan. I'm like, okay, well, then I started to joke around a little bit. I'm like, they get out of the pool. The dolphins come up on this ramp. I'm like, hey, bro, can I stick my dick in their blowhole? Can I fucking, pile drive these fucking dolphins up here on this ramp? And they're like, okay, so the mood of this changed right when I made that joke.
How much money you have?
They're like,
Evan, I'm going to stop you right there real quick. That the mood is always going to change in any country you're in across the world when you say, let me stick my dick in the blowhole.
right. But they keep on telling me they're responsible. They're telling me, do what you want with this dolphin, Evan. Do what you want. You're to have fun. Like, this is fun, man. We're drinking. And so I'm like, hey, bro, can I pile drive one of these dolphins? Can I stick my fucking dick in one of these? And they were like, you and your friend have to go. Instantly, they're like, please pick up your shit and leave our water park. You cannot fuck our dolphins. I'm like, no. I don't. I'm just joking, man. I don't want to fuck your dolphins. I mean, of course, if you're gonna laugh, I think it's funny, but I'm not really want to fuck your dolphins. I don't want to fuck your dolphins. But ultimately, I got kicked out of a water park in Bahrain for asking the owners if I could fuck their dolphins.
So you couldn't smooth it over?
No, they told me fucking dude. They were super
Dude,
pissed off.
that's the episode name: Bahrain Dolphins and Weed.
They were super pissed off that I propositioned their dolphins. And I ended up leaving there like a sorority chick at fucking 2:00 in the morning after, like doing the fucking duffel bag drag, man. It was fucking super, super weird. To this day, those Russians are telling a reverse story where they're going,
Yeah.
we had these Americans, and they were like,
Yeah.
let's put their dick on the door. And we're like, no, get the fuck out of here, man. These are our dolphins,
That's how.
So how does this? By the way, Evan, how does this tie into Splash the movie? Did you go home and watch it afterwards?
No, I'm just
or?
thinking of Channing, right? Or I'm thinking of him, and I'm thinking of
Channing.
Jared. Channing, whatever. I'm thinking if that would have been Channing Tatum, right? I would have been super adamant about wanting to do that earlier. Like if they would have had abs like him, bro, I don't know. I would have.
Flips over. It's got abs. And Channing.
Like a sweet six pack.
Ross,
Ross, I can't fucking.
I need you on this one. Channing Tatum is playing a reverse gender role of the mermaid in Splash.
Yes.
I need your harsh feelings because I feel like you're gonna want to get this one.
Oh my God! Here's what angers me about this whole fucking thing. One, there's enough original scripts in Hollywood for a million lifetimes. Jared had finally a good call in his life. It's a TV show called Stranger Things on Netflix with Winona Ryder. If you have not seen it, it is arguably one of the greatest shows I've seen in years. That is living proof that you can make something completely original and just blow the doors off of it and blow everybody's mind. Everybody's talking about it online. It is the most hooked I've been on a TV show in a while, and it just proves that there is amazing things out there. You don't have to remake everything. Two, the whole fucking reboot thing of, all right, great, now we're going to remake something, and we're going to switch the gender roles like Ghostbusters. Guys into girls or whatever. The franchise was already beloved. There's no reason to flip it and be like, oh, but here's the new spin. It's girls instead of guys.
Which
and
I'm
the argument,
confused about Channing Tatum because he like normally because we know kind of his crew and we're associated a little bit but he makes good decisions, great business decisions. This is why he's so successful. And I'm like, on the topical level, I'm like I don't see it on this one.
Yeah, I don't either, and here's the other thing with the Ghostbusters thing to me, and this will tie into my last thing of Channing Tatum taking this role in Splash and doing this whole fucking thing. It's not about girls versus guys or they can't be better or switch roles or whatever. It's that it's an original piece of material that somebody already did. The girls in Ghostbusters, all of them were talented enough in their own right. They could have just made any movie they wanted to. Shit, everybody wanted to see Bridesmaids too. Make that. They didn't want to do that, and they backed up the truck for them to do that. They didn't want to do that. Just make an original movie. You can greenlight anything. This leads me back to Channing Tatum for my final note on this bullshit project. You're Channing Tatum. You're an A-list celebrity. You can greenlight anything you want in town, which is very, very hard. There's maybe 20 people who can do that. And this is what you choose to do? Like, this is the legacy you want to leave? Is this fucking piece of shit reboot of a movie where you're playing a merman? I mean, that's what it said in the article. He's playing a merman in this and is going to come back and get this girl. And it's like, fuck you, dude. that you
and
your
you watch
entire life.
if you watch the old trailer, because when we talked about it earlier this morning, or at least when I saw the article, because you texted it to me, I looked at it and I was like, man, I remember that Tom Hanks movie. I got to watch it. And it's so funny because it's like a man who couldn't find love, but then suddenly it was found. He's like, Tom Hanks underwater and he falls off the little Zodiac boat or whatever it is. It's just like, how do you is it a romantic comedy? Because the original movie was almost like a comedy dramedy. Like it is comedy drama.
That's what this is going to be.
Yeah. So I won't be watching it. I'll probably order it in iTunes and then get pissed off and turn it off halfway through and go bang my wife. So.
And again, like, just go back and watch Stranger Things. It's an original piece of content that is completely fucking mind-alteringly good. It brought me back to like the old school Steven Spielberg movies. From the 80s, where you're just like, oh my god, so much thought and effort went into this. And
dude, I honestly think
it's possible. They're out there. There's so much original material.
To me, Ross, Stranger Things was 2016's E.T. Like it just had that feel.
Exactly, and it's phenomenal. The other thing too, by the way, was I feel terrible about this, so I'm going to say it live on air. A guy, an amputee, made a bet with me at Walter Reed about getting a Gene Vandenham quote tattooed on one of his limbs if I got 1,000 likes on an Instagram post. And goddamn it, if it didn't happen the next day. It happened today. He got 1,000 likes. And you know what the post was? The post was about the Suicide Squad Rotten Tomatoes ranking of 33% versus Range 15, 97%. And the internet went ballistics over it. They went ballistic over that number. They were like, no way. These critics just hate Suicide Squad for hating it. It's not that. It's because we've seen the Joker played 80 fucking times. You can't just pair superheroes up with other superheroes and expect fucking everything's going to be awesome and the movie's going to be incredible. It's just not how shit works. And if you're Channing Tatum, don't make this fucking movie. Go make something original.
Right.
Even Magic Mike. Magic Mike was dope as shit. Well, I'll say it. It was a fucking dude stripper movie, and I enjoyed the shit.
That's how he got. That's the thing though. So, Magic Mike was produced by his production company. They took like a relatively really low amount of money, turned it into what Magic Mike was, and that's what made him famous and rich. And he did that with his production company alone. And it's like, when you start getting the sway of outsiders saying this is what you need to do for your career and don't stay true to your values and character, you see people digress all the time with that stuff, and it's unfortunate,
Yeah, but it goes back to Range 15. Like, everybody asked me, they were like, why was this so successful this summer in theaters? And I say the same thing. I was like, well, it was an original, and you're seeing people that you weren't seeing in every single movie. They were all new. And it was a fucking blast, and it was really out there. There was some really out there scenes. Evan, your scene in particular gets talked to me the most about, where it's just like,
the dick
shit.
rip is so good. Oh, I didn't say it.
Rip his dick off.
Rip his dick. Rip his dick.
So good, man.
Yeah,
And I think in all honesty, this entire summer, out of now that it's winding down, because the box office wise, August is it wraps it up for summer blockbusters. We only had about 3 comedies this summer. It was Ghostbusters, that Mike and Dave Get Married, which Zac Efron should never be the lead in a comedy ever. You can just chalk that off your dick. And then I
like Bad Grandpa though.
And then Range 15. Yeah, well, Bad Grandpa was February.
No, but I'm saying like Zac Efron was okay in that. Was he not good in that one?
No, it's just he's popping up in every comedy. He's not strong enough comedically to carry a movie, I think.
I feel you.
Next summer, he's got Baywatch coming out with The Rock. I'm not kidding either.
God. They've already. Let's make that money and then we'll walk away.
Yeah.
God, they were shooting in Savannah, Georgia.
That's boring Hollywood right there. Like that's just
it's
shitty. Like, what's the point of having Hollywood then? Why are we just gonna remake everything? Why can't we see new shit? Like,
I don't know. But hey, look, for those of you out there who didn't get a chance to see Range 15 in theaters, digitally, it'll be on Amazon and iTunes August 16th, and you can just really enjoy yourself for the last few days of summer. Sorry to go off on that rant, but thanks, Jared, for hooking me to Stranger Things. I really appreciate it.
Who's our drinking bro?
On that note, we'll get to the drinking bro of the week. It was submitted by David Jers. There's 2 S's in that. It's almost like a rapper. Or if you were drinking some codeine syrup, some cough syrup. David Jers.
Codeine.
He says he'd like to nominate for the Drinking Bro of the Week his dad, Doug Jers. Doug is a 20-year retired Air Force veteran. He has kicked cancer's ass twice. He refuses to let it get him down. He still hunts. He still fishes. Still enjoys everything in life while only taking breaks for his chemo treatments. He showed me what it's like to be a real badass in this life, and he's my biggest hero. Keep up the good fight, guys. That was a great story. Thanks, David. We appreciate you.
That's awesome. Cheers.
Sending that in.
Cheers.
Cheers, David. Cheers.
right.
Well, dude, this was I like this one. It didn't get filthy like the last one, Jared. You didn't sully it. And we always enjoy having Evan Hafer on the show. Evan, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah, so for Mr. Matt Best, Evan Hafer, Jared Taylor, Ross Patterson, we are out of here. Go to drinkinbrospodcast.com for all your t-shirts and Lincoln Black Seat selfies.